test on. And then the last one, freely movable joints. I am free until I die, right? So freely movable joints are also known as diarthrotic joints. And these diarthrotic joints have synovial fluid, so they're also known as synovial joints. Synovial is a anatomical designation, but we're going to use synovial to be synonymous with diarthrotic. So here we go. Synarthrotic, immovable, doesn't move. Amphiarthrotic, slightly movable. Diarthrotic, freely movable. What's an example of synarthrotic? We said the sutures of the skull. What's an example of amphiarthrotic? We said pubic symphysis. And then diarthrotic was freely movable. I can freely move these joints. So what are these joints? These are diarthrotic joints. They have synovial fluid. Synovial fluid reduces friction. So synovial fluid containing joints are also called synovial joints. Here we go. Bony classifications are structural. Yeah, we're not going to worry about these too much for my class, except I did mention synovial were synonymous or a part of diarthrotic joints because they help to lubricate by containing synovial fluid. So here are some joints, right? Don't worry about fibrous. This is structural. I want you to look at functional classification. So these are all what we call no movement. Do you want your teeth to move? No, if they move, they fall out. So the joint that I will ask you to remember is called gum fossa. How do you remember gum fossa for the tooth joint? Well, it looks like the gums, right? Even though the spelling's slightly different, it's G-U-M. We call it gum fossa. And then the other one I said was sutures, right? Sutures of the skull are synarthrotic. Amphiarthrotic joints were slightly movable. And what was the primary one that I asked you to remember? Well, I said the pubic symphysis. And last one, diarthrotic joints. Diarthrotic, free until you die, right? They're also known as synarthrotic joints, or not synarthrotic. They're also known as synovial joints because they contain synovial fluid, right? Diarthroses or synovial joints permit wider range of motion. So monaxial, biaxial, triaxial.